Totem pole, 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 totem pole.
Hello, everybody. Recording live from somewhere.
Totem Pole Nation, Life Lessons Podcast, Lambo, Coach Troy Taylor. You know, it's Memorial Day, and we got to remember why we have Memorial Day. And it's to remember those to remember those that have given the ultimate sacrifice. And I woke up this morning and saw a guy who's a coach disrespect an 80-year-old man that has given his life to the game of football, saying, don't be fooled by logos. Well, logos don't lie because logos are true. And what is false is that somebody can disrespect a living legend and think that they won't get called out about it. Well, my phone number has always been in the telephone book. I put my phone number on Twitter. Within 11 hours, a supposed coach doesn't even know what he's talking about. You compliment the GOAT and disrespect the GOAT in 11 minutes. Well, 11 hours, which is 11 minutes to some people. I'm looking at Michael Strahan. But I'm not going to allow someone to disrespect my mentor. Lambo, you're 25 years old. Would you ever disrespect an 80-year-old man that coached 30 years in the NFL and is spending his time on Twitter trying to spread information about the game that you love, football?
No, because I don't know nothing. And half these coaches in America don't know nothing either. So why don't you take advice from somebody that's been around the game?
Wow.
It helps you better, right? So
Wow.
I wouldn't expect an 80-year-old man. No, Jim McNally is one of the GOATs of football. I mean, he takes his time out of his day and really works on the fundamental stuff that other coaches don't do during the season.
Man, the fundamental stuff. Life lessons. What's the life lesson you can take out of this?
So Memorial Day, it's Memorial Day, but it's not only just that. I think today's lesson is realize that you can't take life for granted. Memorial Day is not just about fireworks and hot dogs and burgers and all that stuff. That's nice, but it's about those who served our country, that protect us, to have our freedom. We got to give them the respect. They sacrificed. They went in the wars. While we was having fun, they was in the wars. They was battling out. They gave us our freedom. This is why America is a free country. So we got to give our veterans those respect. You know what I'm saying? Let's give them the respect every day. Stop waiting till the holiday or to give them the respect, right? Every time you see the veteran walk in, you say, you thank you for your service. Always thank you for their service. We know that some veterans go through a lot with PTSD, and I'm not going to get into all that stuff, but you always have to think and be appreciative, because what if we didn't have veterans? Then what? Never take anything for granted. And today's lesson is bravery. Bravery is today's lesson, and also today's lesson is bravery and motivation. Not even the motivation part, but y'all gotta listen. You have to listen, because you don't know everything. You don't know everything. If you knew everything, would there be such thing as mentors? Would there be such things as parents? Would there be such things as teachers? Would there be such things as coaches? No. And here's the problem that I have with society today. You have a chance to be successful with all this technology that is coming out. All this technology is coming out, and some of y'all don't have money. Some of you are broke. And I'm not pocket watching people's money, but it's your decisions It's your decisions that you're doing with your money. Decisions. It's all about decision making and what you do in that time. It's all about decisions. It's all about mindset. You can't be around people with a fragile mindset. You can't be around people that give you off energy, give you weird vibes. You can't do that because you will not be successful. You won't be successful. You have to be successful bringing people around you. It's called a small circle. Bring the smallest circle of people around you, and that's how you'll be able to be successful. The process. It's all about the process. Stop watching YouTube and consuming content where you're not doing shit about it. Stop consuming content and be the content creator. Everybody wants to consume content. I'm going to get better. Oh, it's this, it's that. Everybody does it the first of the year. I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to work out. No, you need to do that before January 1st. Why we got New Year's resolutions, mid-year resolutions? No, you need to be consistent. Y'all need to stop consuming content. Now, I'm not saying all consuming content is bad. I'm saying if you want to better yourself, you can't consume content and still act the same way.
Yeah. Marcus, we don't know what that is. All right. We don't even know where a lot of things are. We don't even know what we like. One thing we know we like is we like the NBA. And
Yes.
man, look it up. Okay, sure. We'll look it up as soon as we get done doing this podcast. Thank you very much, Marcus, for commenting. Marcus Bean, don't Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan, I love every one of your movies. You are an American hero. Don't. He's a troll. It's a child. It's a child. Okay. I appreciate that, Jack. You know, this is Life Lessons Podcast. This is Memorial Day. You know, I woke up to a guy disrespected an 80-year-old man on Twitter saying, don't be fooled by logos. Well, that dude isn't wearing the shield for no reason. You don't wear the shield with the 3 letters NFL for no reason. He is everything that any offensive line coach would ever want to become. He coached in 4 Super Bowls. He coached Anthony Munoz. I mean, but don't be. He said Coach McNally called offensive line coaches idiots. How many times can he call you an idiot until you can't take it anymore? I'm offended. Well, maybe coach calls us idiots because we are idiots. Maybe he wants us to get better. See, coach is old school. He don't sugarcoat it. If he calls you an idiot, it's because maybe you are an idiot. And coach will give you his phone number. You can call him up, but there's trolls who are cowards and they want to hide behind a Twitter account. There are trolls that want to hide behind a YouTube account. This is Memorial Day. And it's amazing. All 3 of us are wearing the same clothes that we went to bed in. I mean, this is wonderful. Paul,
yes,
you were
sir.
snoring on the couch last night.
I was out.
Didn't even get to see the game. This is Memorial Day. I woke up this morning to a guy disrespecting Coach McNally, saying that don't be fooled by logos. I said, you disrespect Coach McNally, you disrespect yourself. How can you disrespect your elders? You probably didn't have a daddy that put you over his knee and wore that out.
What do you mean? Don't worry about logos. What is that?
That's what the guy said. Don't be fooled by logos just because he had an NFL logo. And we talked a lot about respect. And you're not going to disrespect my mentor. I'm coming out. I'm going to call you out. You hide behind a Twitter account. You probably clean pools for a living. How do you feel? It's Memorial Day. And disrespecting your elders, disrespecting a guy who is coached. I mean, 11 hours ago, he's talking about this guy, how he really loves this machine and this sled. Well, who do you think taught the guy that invented that machine? Jim McNally. He taught Bill Callahan. Who did Bill Callahan go see when he got fired in Nebraska? He went to go see Jim McNally. Who did Bill Callahan hire when he went to the New York Jets as the O-line coach? He hired Jim McNally to be a consultant. How are you feeling, Paul, this morning after watching that basketball game? And then it's Memorial Day. You're a veteran. You were a commissioned officer in the United States Army, and I'm fired up today. So how are you feeling? What's going on? What do you think? Are you ready for this?
Well, first of all, come on. Good. Shout out to all the veterans out there, past, present, and future. I'm feeling good. I thought today was Sunday, though. When I got,
you were saying Saturday yesterday the whole time. You were saying it's a Saturday night in Detroit. What do you think he's doing?
Yeah, I know, because it was just this is it's weird because it's the first Memorial Day I wasn't in uniform, so it was a little weird because we all know when this weekend comes up, because it's the first holiday that we get, long weekend holiday, since President's Day in February, because all the other March and April there's no federal holiday. So we look forward to this one because it kicks off our federal holiday season, because for the most part the rest of the year we have one or two in each month. So but this one came at a weird time. It came early in May, and I was just confused all day. Yeah, it was Saturday all day yesterday for me. In my mind. But it's now Monday, so gonna go visit the Arlington Cemetery in Amelia. There's one in Amelia that's well done. Some former Marines bought a plot of land and turned it into like a mini Arlington National Cemetery. It's really a nice place out there in Amelia County. So go out there. They're gonna have a little presentation. Go pay respect to all the veterans that are buried there, and then throw something on the grill and just enjoy another patriotic day in America. You know,
a patriotic day in America.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the game last night? I didn't get to see it. My lights went out.
It's boring.
But it's 3-0 Boston, 3-0 Dallas. Are we going to see an end to Eastern Conference Finals tonight, Lambeau?
Yes, we are. Here's why. The Celtics are doing this without a valid coach. I think Ime Udoka is a better coach than Joe Mazzulla. If they win a championship, nobody's going to give Joe Mazzulla any credit. It's going to be the players. Now, if Ime Udoka was still in there, it would be Ime Udoka and the players. So it's a players' league. Everybody's going to give the players the credit and not so much the coach. That just depends on the resume that just depends on the resume that they have as a coach. But the Celtics have a chance. I mean, don't give the Indiana Pacers any hope. We already know the finals is going to be the Celtics and the Mavericks. We already know. There's no team in NBA history that has came back from down 3-0 and came back and won the series. The only team that was close to that was Boston last year against the Miami Heat, where they were down 0-3 and made it until a game 7, but ended up getting blown out by 20 at home. But we're past that. The matchup, I guess, is going to be the Mavericks and the Celtics. You know, Porzingis being a former Dallas Maverick, Luka Doncic and Tatum would be a great matchup, and then Kyrie going back to Boston. Even though Agent Six is not a big fan of Kyrie. Last night's game was
why is Agent Six not a big fan of Kyrie?
I forgot what he said. He just not a big fan of Kyrie. I think when you say Kyrie, he just I don't know. I don't know if he's bad that he left. He just was supposed to stay in Boston and just left. And I don't know. But I tell you this. Last night's game was probably the most boring game in America because what was popping? It wasn't nothing exciting. Like it was they were down by like 15. Then it was a tie game, and I thought I was just supposed to step up, but they didn't. I mean, when they were down by 9, Karl Anthony Towns took a 3, and not Ant Edwards. So the Timberwolves had a great season, but they're done. They're done, dude. I mean, now if I'm the Timberwolves, don't break this team up. Don't break this team up at all because
it's too on crack.
Don't break. If I'm the Minnesota Timberwolves, don't break this team at all because you made it to the Western Conference Finals. Nobody was predicting anybody like the Timberwolves to make the Western Conference Finals, even according to the experts of ESPN and Fox and Barstool. Ain't nobody predicted Minnesota to be in the Western Conference Finals, and nobody predicted for OKC to win a playoff series. So Minnesota is about 2 years away. If they can get 1 or 2 more players to contribute to that team, Minnesota is going to be somewhat in the finals within the next 2 to 3 years. But don't break that team up. Don't do it. Don't break the team up.
No, he's not on crack. Are you on crack? See, that's something about me. Is you talk junk about Coach McNally, you come on here and talk junk about my homeboy.
Dude, I mean, don't take it too seriously. He just doesn't agree with what he's saying, but he don't know how to eloquently. He didn't know how to state what he was saying. He just that's all it was. Talk like we're talking junk. Because if you would have leaned over the desk and said, "Hey, Lamb, are you on crack?" We would keep it moving. That's all he's doing. He don't agree with what he's saying.
Paul.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
You said the other day that I was sanity. That I was sanity, and as you can see, you know I don't drink. Guys, I just made my famous brown and stinky nuggets. Great job. So, Paul, how does it feel to be around someone like myself that, I mean, I'm like a ticking time bomb. And you said that I was the one who had sanity. Does that make you question what you said the other day?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Dude, you know how to turn it on and turn it on. You're just what is you're just playing around.
I'm just playing around.
Yeah.
Or am I?
You're joshing us. It's called joshing.
Joshing. I'm joshing you.
Yeah.
Joshing you on Memorial Day. And last night, man, let's give a shout out to Totem Pole Nation. Was it 2.2 thousand views on YouTube?
It
from
was
the live stream?
Yes, it was. We got 1.8K within an hour, and we had 2.2K within 2 hours, and then I went to sleep.
Man,
I was tired.
We had a record breaking of 553 people watching when it was me and Agent Six.
Agent Six. You and Agent Six. Paul,
Yes.
how does it feel to have Agent Six on with Lambo at the same time? They're talking about Princeton. Agent Six is talking about his golf game and how people think that he is a scratch golfer because he's so swagged out when he goes through the course.
I'm
How did
embarrassed
that
for him.
make you feel?
I'm embarrassed for him. I mean, it was, you know what? When I heard their voices, all I could think of was the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's it. Two guys that are exactly the same. I figured it out. They're exactly the same.
Did you feel like a kindred spirit, Lambo, with Agent Six? Did you feel like he was a brother from another mother?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. I think I maybe the other day I was immature and whatnot, but listening to Agent Six and whatnot, it brings things a lot to perspective when we're talking about the league and the league. Any sport entertainment nowadays wants more quantity than quality, so you kind of got to understand that perspective. I think me and Agent Six had a great conversation on kind of what sports to watch during during time frames, because the NBA is
What did
great.
Agent Six say about what the time frames to watch sports? What was his whole philosophy, Lambo, for that?
Well, it's kind of the same thing with all sports. I mean, why do we watch college basketball, right? We watch college basketball during March Madness. Now, what Agent Six was saying as well is we really don't watch, sports very early from the beginning. Like one, baseball has 166 games, and what Paul said, Paul don't care about what you do the first 10 games of baseball. That's why when I asked him about baseball, he said give me about 40, 50 games, and then he'll tell you what teams suck. Also, when you look at college basketball, nobody really pays attention to college basketball in the early stages just because you're in the middle of football season as well. Now, NBA is 82 games. I still think that's a little bit too much. Now, I don't know if they'll ever cut it down to 66 games because you're going to need more revenue, money, and TV and all that other stuff. But nobody really watches the NBA from the start of the season, right? Maybe some people watch the NBA on Christmas and maybe it gets ratings, but I prefer to watch the NFL on Christmas Day. I, when we watch sports, we watch it by, basically categories. So once NBA season is over, then everybody watches baseball, probably, or you can watch the WNBA. Probably the WNBA would be a little better because see what Caitlin Clark can do and all the range you bring. MLB is not bad, but also we're football guys. We watch football from the start of preseason all the way until it's over. Even with college football, like we watch college and NFL football from beginning to end because one, the entertainment, two, great storylines. Like I think this year's college football is going to be great. And NFL season is always great. It's the entertainment. It's the consumer.
Yeah,
It gets you. Football is just more exciting. Like that's kind of how we were just talking about. It's more exciting. It's hard to watch multiple sports at a time. Now you
yeah,
can do it, but
yes,
preferably I don't want to watch multiple sports at one time. I'd rather just focus on one or two. But I can't watch soccer, then watch football, then watch baseball, then watch boxing and all this other stuff. So
yeah,
it's what the consumer
yes.
wants, but we need more quality than quantity.
Paul,
Yeah,
what can Lambo learn from Agent Six?
nothing. He is him. Not same people.
So Lambo's 25 and Agent Six is 45.
Yeah, that's the
Where
only
can
difference.
Lambo be when he gets to be 45? Is there
Same.
anything he can learn from Agent Six, being a 25-year-old? And you say they're the same, but is there anything Lambo can learn from when he's 45 from age of 6?
No. So the only thing he needs to do so he gets there is eat a healthy diet. That's it. The same person.
Man, isn't that crazy? How your
Yeah.
brother reminds you of Lambo, and then I remind you of yourself. Isn't that kind of weird?
It is. Yeah, very weird. Hold on. Where's the? Oh no, I'm stuck out here. That's okay. But getting back to Lamo's comment about, man, the NCAA basketball. Are people are people are people less interested in it now that every year every team has a lot of teams like Kansas, they have a whole new team of just transfer guys. And because it's a smaller roster than football, every season it's like, who's Kansas? I don't know. It, it's annoying. College basketball is annoying. Very annoying. You
So they're
got
just going to turn college football into college basketball. It's the same model.
it is, but I mean, but but the thing about it is because it's a 5-person game and it's a smaller roster, you can have more volatile turnover. Football, I mean, a few teams do it, but a complete overhaul of a roster, dude, you're asking to lose. You're asking for trouble. That's too many moving parts to put back together. 12 guys or 12 girls, that's easy to it's an easy turnover, and they're doing it. Like the last 3 Jayhawk teams have just been absolutely totally different. Like different style of play. And I'm just like, this, I don't know. Because they were trying to, they announced, and I put it out somewhere else, but they announced that Kansas and Duke are playing in November in Las Vegas. I'm like, who cares? It's not the Kansas of Duke of old, because we don't even know who's on the team. Think about that. You don't even know one player. You can't name one player on Duke or Kansas right this second.
Wow.
Stupid. They're not. You can't market something where people don't know what's going on. Like, woof.
And that might be why the WNBA, what they're doing with them, is they're using these young ladies as characters to get people to watch. Because you know the cast of characters, because you learned about them in college. What do you think about that, Lambo? Is it going to help the WNBA?
I mean, I hope so. I mean, there's still this whole thing going around talking about women want equal pay, like NBA players. But I mean, I don't know how to get that. If I'm being honest, I don't have too much information on that. But I mean, it's. I wouldn't say it's a scam, but it's just part of the. Well, I wouldn't say it's part of the process either. It's just the game. It's just how they do. When you got a woman like Caitlin Clark, who is like, one of the greatest of college basketball. I said one of, because I still think, older women, you could talk about Lisa Leslie and go from there. But when you have that type of talent, bring that type of ratings, they're going to use you. You're a product, right? You're basically a product. They're going to use you. So, I mean, that's just what they do. They take any player. They did that with LeBron. It is not a disrespectful thing. I'm not saying it's the worst thing in America, but that's just what that's just what they do. It's just all about money. I don't, like I said, it's never really about the quality of the content. It's just about money. How much money can I get out of your pocket? It's part of the game, and it's a slick way. It's the same thing when you sign a contract. You got to read that fine print. You don't read that fine print, you get screwed over. So it's just, you got to make sure that you read and research everything before you just make a decision.
Read and research everything before you make a decision. Last minute Memorial Day sales. You can buy. Why is this on ABC News? Best Buy. There's an electric dryer that was $849, and now you can buy it for $579. I mean, Lambo. Now on Amazon, it's a queen mattress for $349. You can buy it for $240. Are they just trying to make money off of this holiday?
It's the same shit they do with every other holiday. See, when it comes to commercials, they talk about you're supposed to save money. No, they want you to spend money. Every commercial you see never teaches you how to save money. They teach you how to spend money. Every single commercial.
They want you to give them your money so they can have more.
Yes.
It's all a scam.
They scamming you.
Ooh.
So you working 40 hours a week and you blow all your money because the commercial says you should have this. Ooh. You don't need to have half that crap. Now there's a thing between pros and cons. I mean, you need the important stuff, but you don't need all this extra stuff to look cool. What I mean, that's it's not quality, it's just quantity. Oh, I'm gonna buy this. Well, how long is that gonna last? Why are you gonna buy something when you know it ain't gonna last long? Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a car that's $5,000. Well, what if the car, that's a great price for a car, but see, when you buy a car for $5,000, one, how long is that gonna last? Number two, how good is that battery? Three, how good is the mileage? Like you gotta get the quality of it's quality, not just the quantity. I just want to buy this, and then what? I've known somebody that bought a Ford something for $3,000, and the battery died within 9 months.
Wow!
It's not about it's about quality, not quantity.
Wow!
Just buy some old car because it's older. I'm gonna tell you this. Some of y'all don't understand this around this chat. If you get a car, you might as well get a newer car because newer car is the same price as an old car. It's the same price.
A new car is the same price as an old car.
Yeah. Well, or pre-owned, whatever. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I did my research when I bought my car last year. It was no point of buying a 2014, 2015 car for $16,000 where you can get a 2022 for $18,000. That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
That don't make sense at all.
Me and Paul were just recently talking about this. Paul, what advice did you give your sons? Life lessons about cars, and you having your two cars.
Once you pay one off, go buy another, but don't trade it in. Don't get rid of it. Always have two cars. Just like I also told them, to be a made person in America, you got to do. I just figured it out. You got to do two things. One, you got to purchase your first house. The second thing you got to do is purchase your next house and have two. Once you hold the papers on two mortgages, you're a made American. Think about that.
Why is that? Because
virtually one's paying for the other via rent, and then they're both appreciating at an alarming rate. And if 20 years goes by, how much money in equity do you think that you would have? In just 20 years, if you bought one and bought another and lived in it, think about that. Besides the money you make in your job, 100,000
at least.
Yeah, it's over that. 20 years.
I just know the house I had, the equity's over 100,000 in it, but I don't have it no more.
Yeah.
So.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when in life. Once you buy one and then once you have the second one, you're made. So I told them, when you go to your first job, Call me up. We'll go looking for a little apartment or condo to buy, and that will be your rental property that's going to retire you 30 years from now. It's that easy, dude. That easy.
Man, it's that easy.
It's that easy.
Would you help Lambo to do this?
Absolutely. Like I told people like, I said, you give me a husband and wife that work at McDonald's and work 40 hours a week. They could do what I just said. With no education. It doesn't take that. You don't need that.
Man, life lessons.
I need you to buy a condo or an apartment, and I want you to live there 3 to 5 years. That's it. Then it's time to buy the house, and now you're a made American. Made
American.
Yep.
What a great life lesson. I didn't know I was going to get this.
But Lambo is correct. I'm telling you right now, best kept secret out there in terms of automobiles are Kia, because the thing is, what's beauty for you, the owner, like you just said. Why would I pay $16,000? Is your car is holding value longer. The Kia now is turning into the old Honda Accord. That if you go to sell it, it's gonna have more value than most other cars out there. That's why it's cheaper, like he said, just to buy a new one. Like I went looking for my kids a car, and I bought them the thing. They have this the Forte, the Kia thing, and I bought brand new ones for them before they went to college because it didn't make any sense. Like they had used ones they were $22,000 for a brand new one. Then they had used ones over there for $19,000, $20,000, 2 or 3 years old. I'm like, what's the point, Ventura?
Why is that?
Because they have their resale value is high right now. It could because it's becoming known that it's a really, really good car. And it's got the best warranty in all the world, 5 years, 60,000 miles. But you if you're still into that 5 year, 60,000 mile window, they know that warranty is huge. So if you're the second owner and you're still under the mileage and the years, that's a big get. So it comes with the price tag. It's a very reliable. They're becoming, like I said, the Japanese version of Honda. That reliable car, the reliable engine that you can get a ton of miles out of. They don't burn a lot of gas. It's just become an economical car, and it was a good first car. And then I didn't have to worry about nothing. I put my kids in a brand new car, and they drove to college. What do I have to worry about? Nothing. They get a flat, whatever. I don't have to worry about the engine blowing up because I was being cheap. I bought them a $8,000 hoopty. Now I'm stuck with $8,000 and trying to fix the thing at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
There's no worry. $20,000. I mean, and it went quick because, like, my son, he just graduated, so his last car payment's coming up here soon. And then I'll give him the title and say, "Hey, here you go. I've started you out well in life. Go do great things. Here's the title." I mean, but then once you have something like, they know, man, I don't need a car right now. Let me stack some money because they start thinking differently about that Ferrari they want or that Lambo. Yeah. That's
How do you feel about tonight's games, Paul? Are you ready to live stream?
I am, but I'm bored. I'm ready to let's move on to the finals. And just a big just dump of just bad look for the NBA. 2-3-0 series in the conference finals. There's no theater. There's no dramatics. And you know what? We saw it coming in the first quarter of last night's game. Like, uh-oh. Yeah.
Man.
Not a good look. Not a good look.
Not a good look.
No.
But man, that finals is going to be fire.
Yeah. Oh,
The Celtics
again,
and
what's
Kyrie
scary
are
is
back.
you got Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic with nothing to lose, playing with house money.
Let it rip.
They have no pressure, and again, they have the guy that can X and O you. Watch out.
So you would take Jason Kidd over Boston's coach.
I would take Jason Kidd to coach my son's football team over that guy.
Lambo, would you take Jason
That
Kidd
guy
over?
brings nothing to the party. Nothing. He's a puppet for Brad Stevens, who doesn't cost anything. And he looks like a puppet. He doesn't say anything. Just walks up and down the sideline. Yeah, that's where they're going to get beat. That's where they're going to, because now Jason Kidd, because of last night's game, he even has more time to prepare now for the Celtics because he knows they ain't coming back 3-0. Hey, team, start working on that, please. And then that's what they did. Go back and look at their series now. That's what they did. It was all about scheme and design. And it wasn't just roll the ball out there and play like the Celtics. It's scheme and design. It fits who we're playing against. Go back and rewatch every game of the Dallas Mavericks series, and you'll see they'll script you. They'll script your series. I mean, where is this elaborate Ant-Man guy that people kept talking about a couple weeks ago?
Did he let it rip? Did he let it rip, Lambo?
He can't because the defense has got him in a stranglehold. He's like being choked up, dude. Because that's designed. That's by design. Oh boy.
How many shots did he get off, Lambo? Did he shoot 30 times like he said?
Maybe like 20, maybe like 20, 23, maybe. 23.
Yeah, and I would like to see his post-game interview because him and Karl Anthony Towns, they always have these press conferences. I would like to see a press conference when they lost. Do they put both of them up there at the table at the same time when they lose?
I don't watch the pre-games. I'll be at post-game stuff. That's not even interesting to me.
Yeah, I just want to watch and see how they respond.
And Edwards I was close. And Edwards took 24 shots and said 23. Yeah, 26. Luka and Kyrie both had 33.
33 shots?
33
points.
They both had 30.
Of them had 33 points.
Yes.
Wow.
Both of them had 33 points.
Wow, man. That's why they won. They ain't stopping either one of them. 100 people watching us. Thank you, Totem Pole Nation. We love you. Happy Memorial Day. Remember those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. St. Pete Rejuvenate. We love you, St. Petersburg, Florida. Lambo, what time we coming on tonight? 7:30?
Yeah, you already put it on there.
7:30 p.m., 30 minutes before the tip. Boston versus the Pacers. Will Halliburton play?
Maybe. We'll figure that out towards end of the day or before the game starts. It's probably going to be a game time decision today.
What's wrong with him?
Mess up his leg.
Yeah, I don't think he'll play because they're going to lose, and they're just like, why even risk it? I don't know how bad his injury is. They're still showing stuff on ABC News about home style Palm Springs outdoor set, $778 you can buy today for $217 at Bed Bath and Beyond. Bed Bath and Beyond.
That's a waste of my time.
Yeah, waste of your time, waste of your money. There's an inflatable paddleboard. Regular $600, now it's $224. You save $375. So we love you, Totem Pole Nation. You're the best. We will be back at 7:30 p.m. Lambo will be creating content, right, Lambo?
Why not?
Why not? It's Memorial Day. We love y'all.